Welcome to the today class. That is the dynamic characteristics of SCR. In the last class, we have studied about the static characteristics of SCR. Now we are going to study the dynamic characteristics of SCR. Another name for the dynamic characteristics is switching characteristics or transient characteristics of SCR. The switching characteristics. Suppose if we take the switching characteristics, how we are going to define the switching characteristics means the variation of anode voltage and anode current with respect to the time during the turn on as well as the turn off process. Nothing but we should know how the anode voltage and anode current is changing with respect to the time during the on time as well as the off time. That's why it is divided into the two parts. One is first one is turn on characteristics. Turn on characteristics. The second one is the turn off characteristics that we're going to see later. If we compare these two characteristics, turn on characteristics as well as turn off characteristics, then the dynamic characteristics of the sphere is over. So now come to the point, turn on characteristics. During the turn on of SCR, how the anode voltage and anode current is changing. If you study that one, that is coming under the turn on characteristics. So to explain that one, we have taken the PNPN device, limit SCR. This is the PN structure of SCR, P type material, N type material. Again, this is the P type material. This is N type material. This is the anode. This is the cathode. This is the gate. Here, gate and to on the SCR, it has to satisfy the two conditions. One is the device should be the forward bias, ultimately anode is positive with respect to the cathode. When the device is forward bias, the J1, J3 is forward bias. This is forward bias. It is also forward bias. J2 becomes a reverse bias. Reverse bias. First device should be the forward bias. Next we should apply the gate pulse to the gate pulse between the gate and cathode of a SCM. There between these two terminals, would apply the pulse. This is the gate which is injecting a gate current inner P region. So whenever we apply the gate voltage, the gate current does not reaches the steady state value. It slowly increases to the gate current will be starting from 0, it slowly increases and reaches the steady state value. Even though if you apply the gate voltage at T equal to 0. So due to that, that is one parameter. Another parameter is the distribution of the current, gate current inside of the P region is not a uniform. So here the more current is there, here more current, gate current is there. When the cathode area, this area is nothing but cathode area. When the cathode area is away from the gate, the density of this current will be less. Gate current. Nothing but a non-uniform distribution of the gate current inside of a P region. These two parameters are causing the anode current slowly changing from leakage current to the steady state. See why leakage current means when the junction J2 is reverse bias. Suppose if you are not applying gate voltage, only the leakage current is passing through the device because junction J2 is reverse bias. So whenever we apply the gate voltage, it is injecting a current into the inner P region so that the junction J2 will be vanishes. Nothing but a breakdown will be occurs. Due to that, the device is allowing a current from anode to the cathode. But this current is anode current will be slowly changing from the leakage current to the steady state value. Now, what about this voltage? This voltage is nothing but anode voltage because we are going to study these two parameters. One is anode current, another one is the voltage, anode voltage, VA, the voltage across the device. As long as we are not applying any gate voltage, it is in a blocking state. So what is the voltage we applied between the anode and cathode? The same amount of voltage will be APS across the device because it is in off state. Once the device is on, the voltage drop across the device comes to the on state voltage. On state voltage. Nothing but a anode voltage will be changing from rated value to the on state voltage drop of the CR, that is nearly the 0.8 to 1.2 volts. So the same thing we are representing in the graph. Here we have to take the waveforms. This is the y-axis. What you have taken on the y-axis here. The first one is this is the x-axis. On the x-axis, we have taken the time. On the first wave, for the first waveform, we have taken on the y-axis gate voltage VG. VG is applied at t equal to 0 from some rest. Once the device is on, gate does not have any control on the device. Now, we are drawing the anode voltage. This is the VA. The next waveform is the anode current. This is the anode current, IA. So whenever you apply the voltage here, that gate current, if the gate current is there, that gate current slowly increases and reaches the steady state value. See, this is the transient behavior of the gate current in this region. This is the transient behavior. Now come to the anode voltage. Initially, the anode voltage is rated voltage because the switch is in off state. When the device is on, it slowly come to the decreases and slowly come to the on state voltage drop. This is the on state voltage drop. Now, if you see the anode current, see here, the anode voltage is rated voltage means up to this point, the device in off state, so it is anode current becomes leakage current. See the current which is passing here, that is anode current. At this point, nothing but at this instant, Anode device is on. So between these two intervals, the anode current will be slowly increases and reaches the steady state value. This is a this is a VS. Nothing but a source voltage. How much voltage? IA is a steady state value. IA is nothing but a steady state value. Nothing but once the device is on, then how much current is passing through the anode? That is nothing but steady state value. This current is depending upon the IA equal to here I am IA equal to VS by R. What is VS means? Source voltage. Nothing but a voltage which is applied across the SCR. RL is nothing but a load resistance. Nothing but the resistance in the anode circuit. These two parameters are controlling the magnitude of IA. The magnitude of IA is depending upon the supply voltage as well as load resistance. Right? Now come here. Between these intervals, this is nothing but a turn on time. From this point to this point, this is nothing but a T on. That was in shortcut we are representing with this turn on time. So how we are going to define the turn on time is how much time is taken by the SCR to change from blocking state to the conduction state. Blocking state to the conduction state. Now here we are finding the we are not find, we are representing the 2 points. One is 0.1 IA, another one is 0.9 IA, and corresponding and voltage also we are finding. This is the 0.9 VA. This is the 0.1 VA. Nothing but 90% of the voltage and 10% of the voltage. The same manner here, the current waveform also. The 10% of the current and the 90% of the current. Now, this the time interval between these two is nothing but a delay time. TT, delay time. T suffix. The time interval between this 0.1 to nothing but 10 to 90% is nothing but a rise time. T suffix R. 90 to 100% is nothing but this time is nothing but a spread time. That is T suffix S. T suffix S. Now turn on time equal to T on equal to T on equal to delay time plus rise time plus spread time. Now how we are going to define this delay time? Delay time is nothing but it is time taken by the CR to change the anode current from leakage current to the 10% of the steady state anode current. Leakage current to the 10% of the steady state anode. Now here delay current TD equal to leakage current to leakage current to leakage current to 0.1. In this interval, physically what happened is, now the anode current start conducting to try to pass only where the gate current density is more. Here. In this path, it will be passes because here the gate current density is more, but here the gate current density is lesser. So this anode current will be trying to pass only through the gate current, the region where the gate current density is more. That is happening basically in the duration of delay current. The time, rise time TR equal to, it is the interval, it is the time taken by the SCR to change the current, anode current from 0.1 IA to 90%, nothing but 0.9, 0.9. This is nothing but rise time. In this interval, what happened means this anode current is trying to distribute through the cathode area in this manner. But the uniform distribution is not achieved in this duration. It is trying to distribute, but the distribution, uniform distribution of the anode current is not occur inside of the device, not completed. The time is nothing but a rise time, spread time. That is equal to T suffix S. It is a time taken by the anode current to change from 0.9 IA to IA. 0.9 IA to IA. This time is nothing but a spread time. In this interval, anode current is uniformly distributed throughout all four regions of the SC. Throughout all four regions of the SC. See, in this manner, we can define the delay time, rise time, and spread time. Sum of the three currents equal to turn on time. Turn on time of the SC. Now we are going to see the turn off characteristics of a SC. When you come to the turn off characteristics, turn off characteristics. First of all, let me know the how do you turn off the SC? So we can turn off the device only when it is already conducting. Because if it is conducting only, you can turn off the SC. So the anode current is more, the voltage across the device is lesser, that is honest to voltage drop. Nothing but the device SCR is conducting. The device SCR is. Now, to turn off the SCR, the two conditions should be satisfied. One is that to make the anode current is zero. By some means, you have to bring the anode current to zero. Next, you have to apply the reverse voltage to the some duration. You have to apply the reverse voltage to the SCR. Voltage to the SCR. See why we are applying the reverse voltage to the SCR. After already the SCR is conducting. See here, we are taking 1 second the same diagram. This is the structure. PN device, anode, cathode, cathode. So this is the direction. Current is always passing in the anode. Here the gate terminal. Once the SCR is on, gate does not have any control on the device. By means of gate, we can't do anything. Once the device is on, nothing but a IA current is passing through the device in this manner. This is IA. That is uniformly distributed throughout all four regions. Whenever we are making a IA current is zero, nothing but this current is zero. Even though current is zero, here four layers are there. One, two, three, four. Four layers. In all four layers, excessive charge carriers will be trapped in all four layers. From the outer two layers, 1 and 4, you can remove the charge carriers. But inside 2 and 3 layers, we can't remove the charge carriers. If you are not remove the charge carriers, device does not regain the blocking capability. Now here the point is that if the device is not gaining the blocking capability, what happened? Because see here, if the device is not regain the blocking capability, after making the anode current is zero, if you apply the forward voltage, the device directly goes to the on state. Ultimately, we don't have any control. We don't have any control. Once the device have a blocking capability, regain the blocking capability, then it has a, we can able to control the device. Able to control the device. So to have a control on the device should have a reverse capability, blocking capability that we are achieving by applying the reverse voltage to the SCR. Mathematically here, negative, this is the positive. This is negative, this is the positive. So when you applying the reverse voltage to the SCR, what happens is, from the outer layers, the charge carriers are removed. From the inner layers 2 and 3, we are making a recombination between the electron and holes in the region. This is the electron. When you apply the reverse voltage, the electron go and fall in the hole. This electron go and fall on this electron go and fall on. Becomes a stable atom. When the atom is stable, we can't move the in the inner layers. So that we are achieving by applying the reverse voltage. So once the charge carriers are not moving means it is not contributing any current. It is not contributing any current. So to turn off the SCR, first we have to make the anode current be zero. Next we have to apply the reverse voltage to the SCR to regain the blocking capability. Blocking capability. Now the same thing we are showing in the waveform. See, up to this instant, the SCR is in a on state. The SCR in a on state here. Here the on state. So high amount of current is passing to the SCR. But to bring this current to the zero. After making the current is zero, with the same amount of slope, the anode current is goes to the negative. After that, reaches the peak value. Next, fastly decreases and finally come to the zero. Now this time is nothing but the time from this point to this point, this 10, nothing but a turn off time T off that we are representing as a T off, turn off time. See, from this point to this point, again we're dividing the two intervals. This is one interval. From this point to this point, this is the TRR, nothing but a reverse recovery current. Again, from this instant to this instant, this is a TGR, the RR and DGR. Now from this we can say that turn off time of the SCR, turn off time of the SCR turn off time of the SCR T off equal to TRR plus TGR. Sometimes this time we are calling as a TQ, nothing but a turn off time of the device, nothing but SCR, nothing but a here the device is nothing but SCR. Now how we are going to define this TRR? What physically happened during this interval? TRR. Nothing but a reverse recovery time. Reverse recovery time. In this interval, the charge carriers in a outer layers, nothing but a this layer and p-type outer p-type and n-type material. The excessive charge carriers will be removed in this interval. That's why here if you observe this current waveform, that's why even though anode current is zero, the current goes to the negative value, the same slope. Next, it slowly, fastly decreasing. Fastly decreasing. So from this point to this point, in this interval, nothing but in this interval, the charge carriers in a outer two layers is removed. Now from this point to this point, nothing but this instant, the charge carriers in the inner two regions, we made a recombination. We made a recombination between the electron and holes so that we are making the stable atom inside of the device. So no charge carriers will be moved with the device. No charge carriers will be moved in the device. That in that manner, the device regain the blocking capability. Now, how we are going to define this TGR? Nothing but a gate recovery current. This is gate recovery, gate recovery time. This is the reverse recovery time. Reverse recovery time. Gate recovery time. Already we've seen what physically happened the reverse recovery time. Gate recovery time. It is a time interval in which the recombination of electron and hole will be occur inside of the two layers. Inside of the two layers. Within these two layers, recombination is between electron and electron. Now, actually, these characteristics almost are same as the diode characteristics. We can see the reverse recovery current in diode also. Now, in this interval, you will see what happened. From this point to this point, see, from this instant, if you have come to the anode voltage, up to this point, the anode voltage is up to this point, anode voltage is this instant. Observe closely, nothing but to this point. Peak value to this peak value. Anode voltage is 0. Once here current is decreasing, there is a reverse voltage applied to the device from this point, and finally this voltage also come to the chip. This system. This system. Now will see here. Suppose if the anode circuit is consisting the anode circuit is consisting of any inductive element. So from this point, from this instant, if the anode circuit has the inductance, the current is decaying very fast. So there is a voltage will be appears induced in the inductor that will be reverse bias in the SCR that we are drawing here. This is the voltage what we are applying to the SCR if the anode circuit is consisting any inductor or by means of external circuit. Because to turn off the SCR, we have to apply the reverse voltage, not only making the anode current is zero, not only making the anode current is zero. Now this time, the time interval, now we are going to define one more parameter, time interval from anode current is zero to the reverse voltage ended. This is nothing but a TC. TC is nothing but a circuit turn off time. Now, how we are going to define the circuit turn off time means it is the time interval in which we are applying the reverse voltage to the SCR after the anode current is zero. After the anode current is zero. Always, now here we are writing the same thing here. See the TC. TC is nothing but a circuit turn off of time. Generally, the turn off time, device turn off time is given by the manufacturer, but circuit turn off time is depending upon what circuit we are using to apply the reverse voltage to the SCR. The perfect turn off of the SCR is occurs only the TC is greater than TQ. This is very important. Circuit turn off time should be greater than the turn off time of the SCR. Turn off time of the SCR. Now, another name for the turn on, we have one more name, turn on, is nothing but triggering of the SCR. Triggering of SCR. So what is the meaning of triggering? When you are giving a triggering to any person, what happens? Suddenly it goes to some other state. The same manner, when you trigger the SCR goes from blocking to the conduction state. Blocking to the conduction state. Another name for the turn off is commutation. So these are the other names. So in the just we are summarizing the today this lecture. We have studied the dynamic characteristics of the CR. Nothing but another name for the dynamic characteristics, switching characteristics or transient characteristics. It is divided into two. One is turn on characteristics, the other one is turn on characteristics. Turn on time of the SCR equal to delay time plus rise time plus break time. And turn off time of the SCR equal to reverse recovery time plus gate recovery time. So this variation of anode voltage and anode current with respect to the time is nothing but dynamic characteristics of a dynamic characteristics of a see, try to remember here. When you're going to define the delay time, rise time, spread time, for simplicity, here I define only with respect to the anode current. The same manner we can define with the anode voltage also. Delay time is nothing but it is a time required to change the anode voltage from steady state value to the 0.99 percentage of the 90 percentage of the anode voltage. Rise time is nothing but it is a time taken this year to change the anode voltage from 90 percentage to the 10 percentage of the 10 percentage of the anode voltage. Spread time is nothing but it is time taken this year to change from 10 percentage of the anode voltage, nothing but from this point to the this point, on state voltage drop. This on state voltage drop is always between 0.8 volts to the 1.2 volts. That is depending upon the what type of material we are using and what is the resistance of the internal resistance of the device, internal resistance of the device. So here we define one more important parameter, that is circuit turn-off time. Circuit turn-off time is nothing but it is time taken, the time interval between the anode current is 0 to the end of the reverse voltage of the AC. So with this, the dynamic characteristics of the series completed. Thank you very much for your listening and have attention to this class. Thank you.